everyone, and welcome to episode 8 of Relegation Rescue at Augsburg with me, the United City FM. So, a couple of things before we get going properly into this episode. Firstly, yesterday's episode of Rolling in the Aisles, I asked the audience there to do a couple of things for me, and if you haven't done the first of these yesterday, can you do it in this video for me if possible? And that is, I'm trying to figure out what my subscription, what my subscriber looks like, and I know that Loki Doki did a lot for me in terms of bringing a lot my way, and I want to know now whether other people are finding me through other mechanisms in the search function of YouTube, for example, just to see if my channel is still growing through the right ways in terms of being seen by other people in the way that other channels would. So if you're here because of Loki Doki, because you watch his stuff and he sent you my way, or you randomly found his video and you've come my way, can you just type yes in the comments below? And if you're here through some other means that's not attached to Loki Doki and what he did for me, can you go into the comments below and write no? That's all, just so I can get a sense of who's here from what direction, because I'm still not totally convinced that my channel is being found in the way that it should do in terms of through the search functions of YouTube and recommendations as much as I'd like, etc. But, you know, it's just one of those things I'm trying to get to grips with. So if you could do that, that'd be great. Secondly, I've been told to ask for likes and subscribers at the beginning of my videos rather than at the end. Apparently it has more impact. Of course it would. Half the people aren't watching at the end. That makes sense. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. It helps you keep up to date with the videos, and it really helps me feel good about my channel growing and sort of getting more people to view the stuff. And secondly, if you could click the like button on this particular episode for me at the beginning here, just before we properly get going, so you don't have to do it later, what that does is it helps me go higher up in the search functions of YouTube and the algorithms of YouTube, and maybe that's what's holding me back in terms of not really being found in the traditional ways through the chat, through the YouTube functions. So yeah, if you could click that like button for me, that would be absolutely brilliant, and it would help me get seen by loads of other people. So those are the two things that I mentioned yesterday in my Rolling in the Aisles video. So if you haven't done the Loki Doki yes or no from yesterday, can you do it today? And whoever you are, whatever you've done, can you click that like button for me and subscribe to the channel? So let's get into today's episode for Relegation Rescue at Augsburg. And it's still not going great, really. We lost our only game that I've played since you and I were together last, and that was against Hertha. And we lost it 2-0. It was really quite convincing from them. Didn't really have a chance to get going. What it means is that we're still sitting just outside the area, the relegation area, and it's only because of our really good goal difference. We're on -12, where most around us are on -20 something in terms of goals, and that's what's keeping us afloat so far. We've got to pick up a few points in the last few games just to really make sure that we cement our survival, as it were, from relegation. So we've got 5 more games left, and we're going to be playing Koln today. Next episode will be Hoffenheim, and the following episode, the last episode, will be Leipzig. So those are the games coming up. There's some tricky games in there. It's not going to be easy. If we go and have a look at the table, Koln, you can see, are sitting up in 7th, while we sit right the way down in 15th. So you can see they're having a far better time of it than we are. So it's going to be tricky to maintain the position outside of the relegation zone, but hopefully we can do it. And that all starts today if we can get a positive reaction and a positive performance against Koln. So if we go and have a look at the squad, there's a couple of injuries. We know about Kubek, who's the #1 choice goalkeeper. He's going to be out for the rest of the season. Moravec, one of our central midfielders, is a real option in central midfield that we are lacking. He's out for another couple of weeks, so he's going to be pushing it to try and get back to fitness before the end of the season himself. But Gruso, who's another of our central midfield options that's out at the moment, has only got about 4 days till he's back in. So that's really positive, because we are down to the bare bones a little bit in terms of our central midfield options. So because of those injuries and because of various other bits and pieces like the form of players, this is the team that we're going to be playing today. Luth in goal, Jedve at right back, Max at left back, Such Fun and Udikai in central defence, Kadira, Gibbs, White and Elena in central midfield, Hahn on the right, Meyer on the left and Josh Gregg up top. And here is the player that we are going to change the name of. Now, let me try and get this right. I think the way it's pronounced is Huelu. I think Huelu, something like that. Howelu. But it's too much and too complicated for me, so I'm going to change it as my dog starts barking in the background because somebody's making a noise outside. So give me a second, I'll change it. So I'm led to believe that Huelu, or however you actually pronounce it, is German or something for... no, it's Dutch, for Golden Lion, I believe. So we're going to call him Golden Lion. That's why we've changed the name to what it is. I really struggled to pronounce it. That's all it was, so I needed to find something different. So the comments have spoken, and we've gone with Golden Lion. So the bench, as I was going to get to, is Golden Lion, Mavropanos, Framberger, Iago, Lichtsteiner, Diaz, Vargas, Finn Bogerson, and Richter. So let's get into today's game and see what happens. So I've passionately suggested to them it's time for us to end our poor run of form. We're at home, so that gives us an advantage, playing in front of our home crowd, you would hope. Some decent amount of numbers there, so that's good. So can we produce a performance worthy of it today? Can we put to bed this poor run of form and get 3 points that really, really lifts us out of the bottom area? But so far, it doesn't look like it in the very early stages, does it? Decent sweeping attack by Koln and a very good shot that hits the base of the post. Down the wide right-hand side, cross comes in and it misses everybody. Don't say we're giving a penalty away. Oh, for goodness sake. We're always shooting ourselves in the foot. The amount of times that we gift goals to the opposition, it's no wonder we're in the bottom area. And they take a 1-0 lead. And it's from our own misfortune that we're oh, for goodness sake. I wouldn't mind if we were outplayed all the time and, played against sides that just came and dominated us and we never got a chance. But it's not that half the time at all. It's that we're making our own mistakes. We're giving the ball away in midfield. We're giving penalties away at the back, or all sorts of things. We're not clinical enough in our striking. There's just nothing's quite going for us, and it's so frustrating. 20 minutes in and we've not even registered a shot at goal. Oh, there you go, there's one. That's good. Had a reasonable amount of possession, but we're doing nothing with it again, and it's oh dear. I'd need like two, 3 seasons to turn all of this side around, I reckon. Here we go again. Oh, how did he get it through there? A gap appeared in the wall. He puts it straight through the gap. A real thunderbolt of a strike. How did it go through those players? Oh, the goalkeeper was probably unsighted, didn't get a chance till late on, and we go 2-0 down. Look at this game stats though. It's really poor. I mean, they've had 4 shots and they've got 2 goals from them, and we've only managed to register 1 shot, and it was on target, but it didn't do anything. Oh, I'm so cross. It's so frustrating. I'm going to aggressively say, so show me something different, and then we'll boost them again passionately. I have faith in you. We'll go with passionately. I have faith in you. All 3 of these areas of the pitch. Let's see if that does something just to really get them going. We're going to go straight in and pause the game and shout and demand more from them. And then we're going to go into an attacking way of play just to see if we can get at least a couple of shots at goal would be good. We'll figure out whether we can actually get something from the game later on if one of those comes off. But we just need to be in the game more. 63 minutes gone and time's going so fast. First opportunity for us on a highlight for the second half. Cross comes in. What was that? Oh, it's so dreadful. It's so dreadful. Please take me away from Augsburg. I don't want to be here anymore. They can't even kick a ball to each other half the time, it feels like. Oh dear. Let's prove that statement wrong. But we don't. See, we go over the top and it doesn't even work. They counter on us. Good goalkeeping. I'm losing the will to live, people. I'm losing the will to live. Oh, cross comes in from the corner kick for Koln, and we get a decent clearance on it. Kadira, well done. And just Greg going to pick up the ball. Hold the ball up nicely. He does. Gibbs White picks it up, but the highlight goes. And again, we don't make the most of our opportunities. Down in the bottom corner for them on a throw-in, and they're going to get it back out again. We don't pressure them enough. We don't put a foot in. Fortunately, Hahn is in the right place at the right time there. And now what we're going to do with it, please don't mess about with it and lose the ball in a bad position. Let's see if we can actually get it down the other end and actually have a strike at goal that might lead to something, possibly, if we're lucky. Meyer on the ball into Gibbs-White. Elena takes over, back into Gibbs-White. Nicely played over the top for Just Greg. Come on, Just Greg, sort it out. Oh, close, but the goalkeeper again stands up nicely, makes himself big, and we don't have the clinical finish that we need. Still 2-0 down. Just Greg's dropped deep to pick up the ball and does nicely, moves it on well, and Kadira on the ball in midfield. Back to such fun. We're playing it very nicely in this sort of area. Where's the clinical moment though? Where's the opportunity to get us right into that 6-yard box and get a tap in for Just Greg? That's what we're looking for. Almost lost the ball there. There's the chance, and he doesn't take it again. That's it. 2 opportunities recently. He's on a 6.8, but he's just missed chances. So Finn Bogerson comes in. I've had enough of that. We've got Jedve on a 6.4. We're going to put Lichtsteiner down that right-hand side, see if he can get better balls in. And Meyer is anxious and on a 6.6. And so even though he's just coming back from a little bit of a knock, Vargas can come on for the last 20 minutes of the game and see if he can help unlock that left-hand side. It's just not good enough. I'm so cross with the way that this is going because there's no reason why we can't string passes together and move the ball well enough to get opportunities. And then we're just not doing it. And if we do, we're not taking them. Over the top again, Finn Bogerson. Was he onside, offside? We'll see. That's better, but I bet he's offside. I bet he is. I knew he was. Oh, it's so frustrating. Finn Bogerson was just clinical on the finish because he knew he was offside and there was no pressure on him. That is so annoying. Oh. And we're closing down to the end of the game. We've pushed forward. We've shouted at them. We used substitutions. We were... Oh dear, where's that going to put us? Back into the bottom 3. Really cross with that. Aggressive. I'm far from pleased. That's just so terrible. I mean, they're a decent side, Koln. They're up in the mid-table, but we... Oh dear. We need to be doing something to end this poor run of form, and it's put us back down in the bottom 3 again. And we've got a real challenge to get out and stay out in the last 4 games or whatever's left of the season. Look at this form. It's just so dreadful. I've changed formation. We went from the 4-4-2 that we were playing for a while into this sort of 4-5-1 kind of formation. I've rotated the side around a bit with different strikers and other options. We've got a goalkeeper in issue and we've got a central midfield issue currently just because a couple of people are out, but I genuinely don't think there's much we can do with this side at the moment. I think what we'd need is a proper summer transfer window to rejig this and get some quality into this side that are not tainted by where they've been for the last little while. So anyway, there's no point in me blathering on about it anymore. It is what it is. We're still in the relegation area. It's still a pain. I'm still really cross with them all. We should be doing better, but we're not. But anyway, there you go. That'll do it for today. Join me for the next episode, please. Otherwise, I might lose the will to live completely. We've got to see this through and get them back out of that relegation zone. Thanks very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click that like button if you haven't already. Really important for the growth of my channel. But until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.